Hey guys, welcome to Khanvolution. My name's Khan, and right now it's time to react some more Rwby! This time Rwby Volume 5, Chapter 5, titled Necessary Sacrifice. If you guys haven't checked out my most recent Rwby reactions, Rwby Volume 5, Chapter 4, and as well as my most recent reaction to Chibi Time! Rwby Season 2 of Rwby Chibi episodes 5 through 8. I'll leave their links in the description below, as well as up here, so you guys can go ahead and check those out before joining back with me. I absolutely loved the last episode of Rwby Chibi. Man, Rwbyception is amazing. You guys gotta go check that out if you guys haven't seen it, which if you guys are watching this, probably of course you've seen it. You guys are Rwby fans, dude. So yeah, I'm super excited to get into chapter 5. What I'm hoping for from this chapter, of course, you know, we gotta hear Raven's backstory. Why is she so negative towards Ozpin or untrustworthy towards Ozpin? You know, what happened between them in the past? How does her interpretation of Ozpin or how does her perspective of Ozpin differ from Crow? Which thank you guys so much in the comments for explaining like her semblance, how it works, and of course going deeper into it despite the explanation we got last volume, as well as the duality between her powers and Crow's powers. You guys mentioned, several of you guys actually mentioned, you know, how one, like for example, between these two siblings, Crow's semblance is all about bad luck, but he still tries to get closer to his family members, his nieces, you know, his brother-in-law, and as well as his friends, whereas the other one's semblance is more about bringing her closer together, as like, you know, her semblance is literally creating teleportation portals to people that she cares about, but she still tries to distance herself. So whereas one's, you know, one semblance is all about separating people away and he still tries to go towards the people he cares about, the other semblance is about bringing her closer together to the people she cares about, but she tries to distance herself from it. I'm not doing the explanation justice. There's like, you guys explained it much better in the comments, but that's like the sort of idea behind it. So I love that duality over there. I also loved like how you guys explained in the you know, how Weiss sort of let her guard down and, you know, sees her family for the first time, which is, you know, Yang, her Rwby family basically. So when she hugged her, like the White Knight, the Gigas, you know, dispersed into the wind, and that was awesome. And like just all these sort of artistic designs and choices that they make in terms of creating like the artwork and how certain things are depicted and portrayed and displayed. You know, it's just beautiful. You know, there's so much to take away from each and every one of those scenes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this series does a way better job of doing that than a lot of other series out there. So, you know, major applause to Rooster Teeth for being able to do that. In terms of Raven, you know, mother of the year. You know, Yang met her mother, and it seems that she is not. It feels like there is a lot of emotion that she's bottling up. You know, it feels like Raven is bottling up an entire zoo of emotions inside of her, because it feels like the speech that she gave in front of Yang was like the bandit leader speech. You know, sort of the censored speech, or rather the I don't know, was it censored or uncensored? I don't know, but that's what it kind of felt like. You know, I mean, she wasn't speaking from the heart. So now that they're both entering the tent, Weiss and Yang, hopefully she can let more of her inner self out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We also got Vernal activating her Spring Maiden powers last episode. Or I think that's it. Or maybe her semblance is just lightning. We don't know, you know, because I mean, the maidens also have their original semblance along with their maiden powers. So that's that'll be something pretty interesting to see going forward. Vernal, bro, Vernal. Okay, so I'm not gonna say no more. Let's go ahead and dive in. As always, if you guys are enjoying watching these videos with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Come over to Discord, obviously, so you can chat with our wonderful community that's growing over there. Chat about Rwby, all the other series that I'm reacting to, and as well as suggest some of series of your own, and I'll definitely, hopefully, get to reacting to them in time. Thank you guys so much for your suggestions so far and for your wonderful comments down below. Let's go ahead and dive into this shit, bro. In 3, 2, 1. Rwby, somebody get the mound, son! Back to the fairy tale, back to the show, back to the war, and there's no way to go. To get worse. Man, I don't know how many, like, so every single time, like, I've noticed, like, for the past couple of episodes where crazy shit has happened, sometimes, like, I'll go crazy and my mic won't be able to handle it. So, hashtag mic can't handle hype moments to come, as you guys promised. I don't know if there's gonna be any mic can't handle hype moments in this episode, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. Oh, can this happen? Vernal versus Sindara. Oh, you know what would be crazy? If somewhere down the line, Yang actually had to go face off against Raven. Mom versus daughter. That would be a crazy fight, wouldn't it? Oh, Yang versus Raveen. That would be freaking awesome. Da, da. Na, 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 na. Salim! Salim. I love Salim. We're back in Menagerie.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
I've beat up on giant monsters and robots more than once. I think I can handle getting a few signatures.
Ah!
Your chieftain needs you. Your people need you. Please, join the fight and help us save Haven Academy.
So this is still happening prior to the events of, you know, what's happening in Rwby, because they're like a month earlier than the Ruby's timeline, right? Team Ranger's timeline.
We'd love to have someone with your skills on our side.
Oh, Horns guy.
Get back inside.
Mom.
You're not going anywhere.
You're not joining no revolution. Haven defense. Nobody really wants to join. Well, I'm not really surprised. People seem rather content living where they are.
Huh?
I mean, they feel like pretty safe and peaceful in Menagerie. At least that's how I see it. Oh, hey! Mermaid faunus? Well, I guess mermaids are technically faunus in this world. Or fish faunus, I guess. Aquatic faunus. That's cool. Sun's next to bananas. That's dope.
I don't get it. How can they just sit around and do nothing with the White Fang getting ready to attack?
Because not everyone is like you and me.
Right.
The faunus here in Menagerie, the ones that weren't born on the island, moved here because they were tired of fighting.
That is so cool.
Of having to struggle constantly. Menagerie is filled with people that just want to be left alone.
Sorry, what I'm referring
Here
to,
we are
I'll explain
asking them
later.
to put the rest of the world before themselves.
I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, the world's different.
The problem
it's got
is,
different people in
whatever
it.
happens at Haven is going to affect them whether they like it or not.
That's
If
true.
Adam gets his way and Haven falls, it's only going to make things worse for the faunus. Everywhere.
Right.
Adam. He's the guy you used to work with?
Yes.
Sorry.
Touchy.
Forget I brought it up.
No, it's okay. Have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, they are the personification of this word?
Yes.
Okay, well,
I have,
remember
actually.
getting to know Rwby and thinking, this girl is the embodiment of purity.
Oh.
After a while, I saw Weiss was defiance. And
Okay.
Yang was strength.
What am I?
Jury's still out on that one. But I'm leaning towards Ernest.
True. I love his tail.
At first, I thought Adam was justice. Then I thought he was passion. But over time, I realized I was wrong. He wasn't any of those things. He was spite.
Ooh.
Not hatred, not rage, spite.
I love this.
He won't accept equality, only suffering for what he feels the world did to him. And his way of thinking is dangerously contagious. That's what worries me about Ilia. She's not like Adam, not yet at least. But I don't know how long that will last.
Right, it's only a matter of
She was
time.
your friend, huh?
She was. Her chameleon traits meant she could pass as human. She could have lived a normal life if she wanted. But she didn't. I always admired that. She lost her family in a mining accident when she was young.
There
And
we
she
go,
joined the White
confirmation.
Fang.
Oh, last episode.
Like me, she was more or less trained on the road alongside other faunus. She learned to survive, to defend herself, But as people like Sienna and Adam started to gain a following, she became more dangerous. I guess I did too. My parents tried to get me to leave with them, but I refused. I had Adam and Ilia after all.
You know we're going to have to face her eventually.
Yeah.
I know.
So, what are you gonna do?
Ooh, the music
I'm
in the
going
background.
to try and help her the way you helped me.
Dun.
You showed me that sometimes you need to be there for a friend, even when they don't want you to be.
Yeah.
I was drowning in
Especially.
guilt and fear. I tried to push you away, but you didn't give up on me. And I can't give up on Ilia. It's about time I saved my friends for once.
Which means you gotta go back to Yang. Hello. Oh, by the way, the thing. Hey, Oscar! Yes, I love my boy Oscar. Cute little boy Ospin.
Are you hungry? It's
Always.
almost dinner time.
Yeah. That sounds good. I was about to call it a night anyway.
So, you've never fought before?
Just the occasional small grim.
Oh, hey.
Like this, though.
Wow, you look like a natural.
It's strange. I've only had this cane for a few weeks, but I feel like I've had it for a lifetime.
Ooh.
Longer, even.
Indeed, you have. Young
I sound
Padawan.
like a crazy person.
I mean, yeah, just a little.
Come
But
on.
at this pace, you'll be combat ready in no time.
Oh.
Well, I'll see you upstairs.
How do you handle all of this?
What do you mean?
Combat ready.
I'm scared. I'm more scared than I've ever been in my life. Than I ever thought was possible. I always knew that I wanted to be more than a farmhand, but this?
It's a bit too much, bro.
Who would ask for this?
Oh no. I never realized this before,
We all
but
went to Beacon because
he's
we
got a
wanted to
green
help
and
people.
orange in his eyes.
But you're right. None of us asked for this either. We just have to press on and
How
hope.
can you be so confident? People have tried to kill you. The world's about to go to war all over again. How are you okay with any of this?
Damn. She's not okay with any of this, but she's working through it.
When Beacon fell, I lost two of my friends, Penny Polandina and Pira Nikos. I didn't know them for very long, but that doesn't change the fact that they were two of the most kind-hearted people I'd ever met. But that didn't save them. Pira thought that if there was even the smallest chance of helping someone, that it was a chance worth taking. And because of that, she died fighting a battle she knew she couldn't win. And Penny was killed just to make a statement.
I'm sorry.
I am scared. But not just for me. What happened at Beacon shows that Salem doesn't care if you're standing against her or not. She'll kill anybody. And that scares me most of all. Pira, Penny, I'd be lying if I said that it didn't hurt. That I didn't think about them every day since I lost them. That I didn't wish I had spent more time with them. If it had been me instead, I know they would have kept fighting too. No matter how dangerous it was. So that's what I choose to do. To keep moving forward.
Just like the song.
Come on. If we don't hurry, Nora's gonna eat everything. It wouldn't be the first time. Hey, Oscar. This isn't gonna be easy. But the fact that you're even trying says a lot about you.
Yeah.
You're braver than you think.
Hells yeah. A soul just landing out of nowhere into your body. Now you gotta inhabit the rest of your life
She
alongside
really
it.
is remarkable, isn't she?
Yeah. She must have been one of the best huntresses at Beacon, huh?
She is.
In some ways, yes. But in many others, no. She has her quirks, her faults, just like everyone else. But she also possesses something unquantifiable, a spark that can inspire others even in the darkest of times.
This must be really hard on her, too.
Speaking of spark, she's literally
Most
got the silver
assuredly
eyes.
is.
Yeah. The thing I was mentioning that I really liked was in Menagerie was those
Your thoughts?
stands in the
Are of no
in the water.
significance.
Those marketplaces literally in the water.
If
I
this
love
is
that.
how High Leader Taurus wishes to proceed, then we shall make it so.
These assholes.
Of course, brother. Still.
High Leader Taurus.
Come in.
Sister Ilia, thank you for meeting with us.
How may I be of assistance?
Please, stand. We have wonderful news.
What is it?
We finally received a message from the Mistral Brotherhood. The operation was a success. Adam Taurus has claimed his place as the High Leader of the White Fang.
Good. And Sienna?
Uh-oh.
Buried with honor. The other branches of the Fang have been given the story that was agreed upon.
A necessary sacrifice.
Oh,
We
that's
won't
why
forget
it's
everything
called.
she did for us.
Indeed.
Your maturity and understanding in regards to this matter is appreciated, and it is why we've summoned you here this evening.
The White Fang is experiencing a transitional period,
Growth requires change.
and change can be painful.
If it's for the betterment of the Faunus, then it's a pain we can endure. What's our next mission?
Containment. With the CCT tower still inoperable, we have the luxury of control over the flow of information.
News of Adam's ascension has yet to reach Menagerie, but when it does, the citizens of Kuokawana will undoubtedly react poorly now that the chieftain has spoken out against us.
It's my fault the Belladonnas had any ground to stand on.
Do not concern yourself with past failures, Ilia. Focus on the future. We have an opportunity for redemption.
What do you need me to do?
The Belladonnas are the only remaining threat to Adam's assault on Haven Academy.
And so, they must be silenced.
She gonna be the assassin?
Silenced?
Like Sienna, they stand in the way of true progress for our people.
We would
so
never put
bad.
the burden on you alone, of course. Your brothers and sisters will be at your side. But your relationship with their daughter makes you an integral part of this operation.
Blake?
We know how close you were with young Blake. Rest assured, High Leader Taurus has requested she be taken alive, but we cannot risk having her present to defend her family.
But the people of Menagerie...
We'll come to understand what happens to those who speak out against the White Fang.
These
And
guys
we'll be
are
left without
too
a leader
extra
until
with
our victory
everything.
is complete.
A necessary sacrifice, Sister Ilia.
These guys are way like crazy cult people.
She's right to worry about the citizens. It's possible they may come to see Gira as a martyr.
It is a risk we must take for our High Leader.
I will not allow them to ruin this! The Belladonna name has brought me nothing but grief! You've done well in finding the deserter. Bring her to me alive. But not before you've slaughtered her family.
Oh my
I have
god.
a promise to keep.
So bad.
He seems unwell.
Tuh.
He carries with him a tremendous burden.
Are we sure he is the one to lead us?
For now, we must do what is best for the Faunus. Yes. Brother Yuma, did you see Tagira's messenger?
Oh
He
shit!
rests beneath the waves, along with his warning.
Then all is well.
What? Somebody get the mountain, son! Okay, so this chapter feels like a very relaxed episode, like not a lot is happening, but technically it is, because especially with like the transition between the White Fang and stuff, so a lot of time spent in Menagerie, like specifically in Menagerie, wherever like the Ilia's hideout is, with like, you know, something and Fennec, like I forgot the name of the other dude, but something and Fennec, I gotta go back and check, but it started with a C, I believe, right? I keep forgetting like these two White Fang dudes' names, but yeah, I just call them like White Fang assholes. But yeah, Ilia, apparently they're getting ready to send Ilia on an assassination mission, and it'll be interesting to see if she follows through with it, you know, assassinating the Belladonna family, or rather specifically Gira, because they're not gonna assassinate everybody there, because Adam wants Blake alive. Like, she called her like literally the deserter, and then told those members of the White Fang to, like, you know, bring Blake back alive, but you can kill off everybody else. So, and it's, yeah, that they're right. I don't agree with them on anything except for the fact that Adam is not himself, you know, because ever since Blake left him, he's been kind of like this raged out shadow version of himself. Because I loved, so going back to the beginning of the episode, you see that Blake and Sun are having that, you know, conversation about what, like, you know, describing a single person with just one word. Because I love how she saw Rwby as like purity, Weiss as defiance, and like Yang as strength, and it's, I don't know, and then Sun is like earnest, being earnest or something like that. That was funny. I love describing people with one word, or like the idea in one word. So I wonder what Blake would be. I don't know, actually. Well, how would you guys describe Blake in one word? As well as some of the other characters, you know? Oscar is innocence, I feel like. Oscar would just be innocence. He's just thrown into this world and he doesn't know what to do with it. So this chapter was a lot about characters coming to terms with their emotions and their inner struggles. Like, you saw Ilia struggling internally because, you know, she still has feelings for Blake. She was one of Blake's best friends. And now to go forth to have to assassinate and carry out this mission, which it scares me, because I don't want to see like these characters, you know, I don't want to see Gira or Kali. No, do not kill Kali or Gira. They cannot, you know, because Rwby, I don't know, man, dude, like, they're killing off these characters, and and not to mention they literally talked about Pyrrha and Penny this episode, with, like, you know, Rwby saying that combat ready, mentioning that combat ready, and just remembering all the memories even after saying that. And it's just realistic, you know. She's thought of the losses of her friends, these two friends, every single day of her life. I mean, it's haunted her as a young person, and it's going to continue to haunt her as she grows into a young adult. And Oscar is just starting on that journey, you know. Luckily, he does have Ozpin, millennia-old, you know, spirit guiding his every movement, but it doesn't change the fact that he's still a little boy, he's still a little child, and has to grow up much faster than anybody else. I mean, he did mention that he did fight off small Grim, you know, in the farms, but it doesn't compare to anything that's going on right now. But at least he does have some experience with Grim, and it does make sense that, you know, a farmhand boy would have a little bit of experience. At least he's used to physical labor. It's not like he's just been sitting on his ass all day, you know, or something like that. But yeah, I love how we get a little bit of characterization of Oscar. He's literally like in tears, because this life that he's adopted, it's not easy, man. It's a very difficult life to take on the mantle of that Ozpin has set for him, you know. It's without choice. I mean, he didn't choose this, and I don't think Ozpin chose to be inside him either. Although we still don't know how Ozpin's powers work. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, did Ozpin literally did Osmond's like spirit like ooh, you know, zoom into Oscar? Did he choose Oscar, or is Oscar somehow related to like the proto Osmond in some way, or is this somehow bloodline linked or something like that? That's what I was theorizing at one point, because you know, like if you look into his eyes, it's like kind of a green orangish color, you know. I wonder if there's any familial trait related to how Osmond searches out his next in line. Is it his next of kin or something like that? I don't know. We'll have to wait to see how if they ever explain how Osmond's powers actually work. You know what I'm saying? Is it literally his semblance? You know, is it just literally his semblance to go from one person to another person? Like obviously Ruby's undergoing an immense amount of turmoil inside of herself, sadness and depression because of losing her two friends, and just coming to terms with it all. And even Osmond and Oscar, they both recognize how strong Ruby really is. I mean, she is the embodiment of purity, as Blake states, because that she's able to take all these negative emotions and still strive towards going forward, walking forward, just like, you know, last volume's song. I mean, it's all about, you know, moving forward and not looking back, which is a very difficult thing to do especially after enduring the kind of losses and sadness and you know, tragedy that she has endured in the previous volumes. So, and she's just a kid, man. I mean, it's easy to think that, you know, these are crazy ass action warring heroes, but monster killing heroes, but at the end of the day, they're just little kids being forced to do things, or being asked to do things that's a little bit too much for them. And not just a little bit, though, like incredibly too much for them, having to go up against these ancient being like Salem, you know what I'm saying, or Salim as I like to call her. But I am eager to see how Ilia will make her decision. Will she actually go through with attacking Blake's family? Might she have a redemption period where she turns against these fools if Blake, you know, reaches out and is able to get through to her? And then we go back to talking about Blake and how she used to see Adam, and Adam being this sort of symbol of justice, but now he's more like spite, you know, because he just can't handle, you know, having lost Blake and sort of his ideal at the same time, you know, and sort of now his philosophy has sort of been corrupted, and he's gotten rid of his mentor. He's literally killed off his mentor, Sienna Khan. And it seems like the people, the rest of the White Fang, or at least the upper members of the White Fang, don't really care that much. They sort of accept the loss of Sienna because they want a much more aggressive approach for the White Fang. They want the White Fang to take a much more warlike approach to accomplishing their actions, but they don't know what they got in store because they're getting into bed with the wrong people. You know, Salem is not, I don't think Salem cares at all about the faunus whatsoever. She just sees them as a means to an end. You know what I'm saying? I love Menagerie. I love the environment of Menagerie. I know I'm jumping between topics and topics, but like I love the environment of Menagerie. I love that we got to see like some aquatic faunus for the first time, I believe. I don't think we've seen that yet. And also I love like the market stands literally in the water. It just seems so chill and like Islander style, you know what I'm saying? I just love that sort of graphical display. And I love how Sun sort of had a little weird moment with asking about Adam. You know, it's like, hey, he was the old person you were with, right? So, you know, obviously Adam's interested in Blake, and so he's asking these questions and he's interested, but he's not pushing too much. So he's, you know, Sun is Sun, man. Sun is Sun Wukong, bro. Sun is your homie. So I'm loving Sun. I love the interaction with Blake. I'm interested to see more about Ilia, and also this new dragon faunus looking dude. It's a new dragon faunus looking dude. It looks pretty cool, but I don't know how he will play into the story going forward, but it'll be interesting to see. We didn't get any Raven this episode, so I'm sad to say that, but hopefully we get Raven next episode. I really wanted to hear what her story is, but hopefully we'll get to that next episode, which I might react to the next episode tomorrow. I'll probably react to the chapter 6 tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. Leave all your comments down below. I probably missed a whole lot of stuff, but you guys can fill me in down below and share your own thoughts and ideas. Come over to Discord. We can chat more about the Rwby, this Rwby specific episode. And hope you guys are having a wonderful time wrapping up Rwby Volume 7. Rwby Volume 7, yeah. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time wrapping that up, and I will get there one day. Super excited for it. A whole bunch of more Rwby to come, and a whole bunch of more Rwby chibi to come. More chibi time! So until then, have a wonderful day or a wonderful time wherever you guys are, and I'll see you guys later in the next video. Bye! Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe, hit that like button, and feel free to share the video, and I'll see you guys next time.